Well, everybody, welcome back to JV's College Hockey Gambling Show. We're a little remote tech this week because it is spring break in the neighborhood. And we got an NCHC powerhouse episode coming up because those are the only 4 games that appeared on DraftKings for this Friday. And we weren't about to try to get the show out Wednesday night with the Hockey East game. So, JB, how are you doing, our fine sir? You led the week last week going 5-3.
Oh, I'm always doing good.
Yeah? Is that true? JB, you got all the overs hit last week. I just want to put that out there. It was an over week. Every single over hit. 4-0. Well, I took him 2 quiz, had that one under with I don't know what it was, but that was Maine. Was that 2 weeks ago or last week? I don't even remember.
I think last week.
I don't know, but it was 4-0, 4-0. We got some kind of some crazy lines, you could say, this week. A lot of NCHC turmoil, some repeat matches that we saw a week ago. JB, what game should we start with here to get into the action? Should we start off with SCSU?
I say we start with Denver.
Denver hosting Miami in the first round of the NCHC tournament. For Friday night, the line is Denver -2.5, over under set at 6. JB, you want to hear a little stat?
Let's hear the stats.
So Denver swept Miami in the regular season going 4-0, okay? And they have never lost they never won by 2 goals or less. So it's over 2 goals. They won by every game. And actually, the last 2 games played in Denver, Denver shut out 2 games in a row with a 7-0 score both nights. So that's all I'm saying right there. I mean, those games alone, Denver would have had the over itself. So what do you have to say about that, JB?
You know, this is like the first time I've ever seen a ±2.5.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me kind of want to take the +2.5.
+2.5 with Miami.
But I saw the last time they played in Denver. Denver won 7 rip. So I'm taking Denver -2.5 and the over 6 for this game.
Okay, Quays, how do you feel about those 2 picks?
I think those are pretty solid. I mean, it's pretty hard to bet against Denver, especially when they play Miami. So I'm going to go over 6 goals, and I will take Denver money line.
Yeah, I think this is...
I think in the playoffs it should be a closer game, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, it could be, and I mean, you know, we saw Miami stick it in there with a couple of decent opponents. They obviously beat SCSU earlier at home this season. But I'm going to take Denver -2.5 too. I like the anticipation, and I think it would be a fun one to watch. Be like, okay, we need some goals, and I mean, if you take the over, you're gonna need it anyway. But I think this is just going to be a terrible, terrible game for Miami. I don't see them pulling out this series at all. And yeah, I'm also taking the over because Denver at home in their last 12 games, in 10 of those 12, they have put up 5 or more goals themselves. So that's only 1 goal you need for Miami in that case. And I don't know. I just like Denver putting up 5 or 6 themselves here in this game. And if Miami could even sneak 1 home, 1 or 2, it's an auto lock. Is what I'd have to say about that. So we're all taking the over there. That's no surprise out in Magnus Arena. Okay, next, we'll keep it centered in the Midwest a little bit with North Dakota going to Omaha, a series that we saw last week in North Dakota with Omaha not faring so well. And guys, what do you think? Could this be the best NCHC series of the weekend? I mean, obviously St. Cloud Duluth could be, but I think this probably is second, if not first.
Yeah, it's definitely between St. Cloud series and North Dakota series.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense. It's the two
middle ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you just have CC and Miami way on the bottom. I mean, here's a fun stat I found. So Omaha, you know, obviously they finished number 3. They played really well against NCHC opponents. They beat everyone because they're at home. They've beaten every opponent at home in regulation except North Dakota. They haven't beaten them all year. They only tied in the shootout technically. So they are the only NCHC team Omaha has not beaten. Quays, what do you think about that?
I think that's a crazy stat. I mean, we all know Omaha is a good, solid team this year. They are flying under the radar. It'll be interesting to see what they can do against North Dakota at home in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, they have not had a good run with North Dakota this year, but playoffs, anything can happen.
So what do you like in this game?
I'm taking North Dakota +1.5. I think it's going to be a close game no matter what, and I'll take the over 6.
Over 6, JB. How do you feel about this game too? You like the over again? You riding it?
I don't know. What was the first the score for the first game at
Like
the Ralph last weekend? I
at
know
the
the second
Ralph
game was 2-1, but what
at
was the
the
score of the first
one
game?
it went into overtime. Was it not 4-3? It was yeah, 4-5. North Dakota win.
You know,
9
I
goals.
think that I kind of think that this is going to be a low scoring game. I'm taking the under 6 in this game, but I feel confident in North Dakota. I'm taking North Dakota money line
Okay, straight up.
for this game.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm with you on the under actually. I'm taking the under 6 because at one thing I was doing a little research here on Omaha. I didn't really know a lot about their goaltending, but they kind of have a rotation between two guys similar to that of St. Cloud. And Latkoski. I don't even know how you pronounce his name, but he's number 17 in the NCHC in save percentage. Latkoski. I think that's how you say it. Latkoski. He just got NCHC, I think, all second team. I don't know, but he's been really good. I can't remember. He was top.
I think he was an honorable mention.
That's what it was. Who got first? It was Corona and then Umberco, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So if if he gets the nod and plays that first game, I see an easy under in this one. I don't know. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I can see a push here as well. But yeah, like you guys said, the way North Dakota's been playing, especially lately, I'm taking them plus 1.5 because even if they don't win, I could see it just being a 1-goal game. I don't see an Omaha blowout. Any way you really look at this one here. So it should be close. It should be a fun series. JB, where should we go next?
I say we head out to Michigan.
Michigan, Western, little Lawson Arena with Colorado College coming to town over under 5.5, Western minus 1.5. This is the lowest over under we have of the weekend. Here, I'll give a little series description on this one. Western has dominated the series all year, and actually in 3, so they played 4 games, right? In 3 of those games, they've won by the same 4-1 score. So if you're playing that, if you're getting those game props on there, 4-1 Western could be a lock here. I don't know what that's set at, but here 4-1 plus 1,000. That's no surprise right there. And the other one was a 2-1 win for the Broncos. So Western has won all 4 games. The second one was a lot closer. But JB, how do you feel about this 5.5 line with none of their games even getting to 6 goals this season?
It's kind of interesting, but I might take the under for this game.
Did you have the over pick before I said that?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
There's still a toss up for me, but
Mm-hmm.
hearing those stats, I'm taking the under for that.
Yeah, okay, under 5.5.
But I think CC can sneak out the first game.
You
taking
think so?
CC money line.
CC money line, and they're sneaking out the first game. Quays, how does that sound to you?
That sounds like a interesting pick for sure. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Western Michigan has been playing very good hockey as of late, and I think they're going to keep it going. I'll do Western Michigan minus 1.5, and I will take the over 5.5.
You're going over again. Okay, so with that being with the scores I said, I like the under too. Actually, I don't know. I see that this is a game that could actually be under 5.5. Cameron Rowe hasn't been terrible in net, and Colorado College has the 57th ranked scoring offense in the nation out of 61 teams. So they're bottom 5. I don't like those odds at all. So I'm taking the under 5.5, and then I feel like Western money line is playing it pretty safe. So I'm just going to stick with that. Not even minus 1.5. I'll just wet my beak with that one and see how it goes. So I don't know. JB, you got some interesting takes there though. We'll see. If Colorado College wins that first game, you're going to look like an absolute genius.
I just know the script.
You got the script written down. Okay, last game. Another rematch from last week in the exact same arena. St. Cloud State hosts University of Minnesota Duluth. Bulldogs coming to town back-to-back. Last week was a split with an overtime win for St. Cloud in Game 2. This week, line is St. Cloud minus 1.5, over under set at 6. And just a fun fact, the over has hit in all 4 games in the regular season. If you're picking the under 6 here, I don't know what you're doing. I'm taking the over 6. And, St. Cloud has had some defensive struggles. We saw that recently, but we talked about it in our pod. Hopefully some of the guys should be back this week. Because they kind of figured out Duluth a little bit there in the second half of that last game. So that'd be crucial, right? I'm taking Duluth plus 1.5, though. I think it's gonna be a 1-goal game again. Like last week's, they both were. In Duluth, it wasn't, but I'm taking Duluth plus 1.5. St. Cloud wins by 1, maybe like a 4-3 win again.
Yeah, I'm going with the same exact picks. I think it's going to be a close game. I'll go Duluth plus 1.5, and I'm going with the over.
Oh, okay. Yep. JB, what do you got? Same thing?
So I'm taking Duluth, or not Duluth, never mind. I'm taking the over 6 for this game.
Okay, all got over.
I think that'll easily hit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm taking St. Cloud money line this week.
St. Cloud money line.
I think the Herb will be rocking. St. Cloud hopefully figured out Duluth after 4 games, but hopefully they win by 2+, so you guys don't hit.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not. It's not like you're gonna be cheering for anything different. I mean, I'll still be cheering. We're kind of a biased pod a little bit here, but that's okay. Everybody needs a little bias in their life. Yeah. So I think we got run through it's a whole basically first weekend of NCHC action. We didn't have any other options. When it comes down to money lines, spread, and over-unders, I don't know why. Come on, DraftKings. They're our only reliable source here that we've been using all year. But yeah, that's okay. We still got you guys some picks. 8 auto locks from whoever you want. I think mine are auto this week, JB.
Real question, eh? So what? DraftKings has the team futures.
Okay.
There's only one tournament going on. That's the NCHC tournament. They have the lines out for that. Who do you have?
Who would I take? I mean, if my pod pick would be Denver, but if just judging off the lines, I would probably take either Duluth or North Dakota, just based on the fact that you could actually make some decent cash out of that. Duluth sitting at plus 1,800 and North Dakota at plus 13. I'd probably take Duluth. I mean, they haven't been terrible in conference lately. The last month or so, they've beaten St. Cloud. They beat North Dakota. They split with Denver in Denver. So, I mean, they can win games when they need to. And they won it last year, too. So, I don't know. I can see it happening again.
Ryan, who do you have?
Yeah, I like Duluth in this one. But for the pod, I think I went with Western.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, for the money's sake, I would either go Omaha, North Dakota, or Duluth.
You got Hammer Nodak. They're my team I picked for the future.
They were your OG future from the very start of the show. Yeah, they were.
They're still going to make it. They're going to make it.
Oh, God. Okay, well, you picked did somebody not pick Minnesota? I picked Northeastern. Did you pick Quinnipiac?
Probably.
Maybe. I don't know. It was something around there. Anyway, bonus picks. You guys just got some free bonus picks there. JB, lead us out here. Let's get ready for the weekend.
All right. Let's make some money this weekend. Hit that like button and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.